Now you know how to play under pressure. And it is now my pleasure to welcome an LPGA professional and a PGA Master professional, Alison Curdt. Alison, congratulations playing in this event. It's got to be exciting for you.
It's super exciting. Not only to just be here in all of this environment, but to be a teacher as well, to show off some of my playing skills.
And now a PGA Master professional. There's only 11 females that are PGA Master professionals.
Yes.
What was that experience all about? I know that was a lot of work.
It was a ton of work. You know, I was the 10th female in the history of the PGA to attain this credential. It took a lot of schooling, a lot of knowledge, a lot of just self-discipline, and it was just such a huge honor to finally accomplish that task for myself.
Well, we're going to get into some of that knowledge with some questions from some people that want to improve your game. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
Okay. All right, our first question is a Facebook question. It comes to us from Mark. He says, how do the shoulders, arms, and wrists work in the backswing?
Okay. So what I like to see in the shoulders is a rotation at an angle, and a lot of players will end up rotating their shoulders in a very flat plane. So when I'm working with players, I really like to have them feel that this rotation is turning at an angle. So the first thing I'm working with students is the rotation. The second part is adding in the arms. So as the arms start to swing back, I want to make sure that the path of the arms that they're swinging are in the correct plane. So we have a little bit outside plane, straight back plane, or inside. So in the process of turning the rotation and allowing the arms to come back, I strive to get the arms to come in a straight back angle. So now that's torso and arms. The last element is going to be what happens in the wrist. We want to have a wrist hinge develop about halfway back in the golf swing. So by the time my left arm is parallel to the ground, I want to create what I call an L shape. So now I'm adding these three elements all together. I'm turning at an angle, I'm swinging my arms straight back, and I'm hinging the golf club up. So when you blend that together, that'll be the backswing. Rotation, arms, and wrist hinge.
Can we see one of those shots for us, Alison?
You bet.
So beautiful. To show everybody what they're going to be treated to here at the KPMG Women's PGA Championship. How important is the grip in getting that third element, the L in that?
It's integral. If the hands are not properly placed on the golf club, biomechanically our body's not going to hinge in the way that we need it to. So a lot of times if people have hands on there that are incorrectly, then the wrist is not even allowed to hinge in the right angle. So got to start with grip alignment and posture.
Terrific. All right, we've got another question, another Facebook question, and this comes from Ben. Is there a drill you can teach me to avoid the push slice shot? There's a lot of people that have that going. Come on, coach. Help us out.
So the first thing I'd want to ask a student is, let's see if we're talking about the right communication. Are we using the right words? Are we using the right terminology to describe our shot? So a push slice is going to be when the flight of the ball starts right and then it starts curving more to the right. So the first thing we have to look at is, what is our club face doing? And anytime the golf ball is moving to the right, we know that the face has 70 to 80% override of the flight. We want to make sure that the face is pointing down the line. So a great drill that I like to use is I start with my arms first. So I put my club on the ground, I've got something out for my left arm, and I want to make sure that the path of my arms moving down are moving on the right plane. So a lot of people who are push slicing it will start moving their arms out to the right. And in this process, I want to make sure that I'm using my right shoulder to come right down my target line. So that's going to be first and foremost. The second element that I want to look at is, what's my face doing? So as I come down into impact, if I've got a push slice, the face has to be open. What I would use is an alignment rod that has some sort of rubber end on the back of it. And as we swing down, I want to pause and see, can I get my face back to square to push that alignment rod straight? If I have an open face and I get down into impact, I'm not going to be able to push it very much, and the face is going to cut across it. So taking this into a two-step drill, one is going to be working on the path of the hands coming down, and then number two is going to be making sure that the face comes into a square position. Get that alignment rod on the ground, get that face squared up right to the end of the alignment rod.
You're solving all kinds of problems. You ready for a third one?
Oh, give it to me.
We've got a video question. This is from a PGA Junior League member. Let's listen to this one.
Hi, my name is Jenna Mosca. I play junior PGA golf in Youngstown, Ohio. My question is, I feel that my downswing is good, although I seem to hit behind the ball too often. What could I do to fix this?
Okay. All right, it's up to you. Here we go.
When I'm working with junior players, a lot of players that make really solid contact but end up hitting behind the golf ball is typically a center of mass sort of issue. So if their center of mass, or a lot of people just use the term weight shift, when their center of mass is behind the golf ball, usually because their hips are so fast, they end up dumping the club into the ground behind the ball. So what I like to make sure my juniors do is make sure they're shifting over to that left side, really getting that body weight to come over to the left. So for a player that's making good contact, but occasionally they start hitting the ground behind, I want them to work on weight shift. As they're starting to swing down, what I have this junior do is really feel like they're getting over to their lead side at impact. Get all of that weight sort of feeling like they're posting up onto the left side. This allows the golf club to have a better angle of attack right behind the ball, makes cleaner contact, be right back on track.
Let's see one. I love how you're always on those shots. You're always looking down the line. That's fantastic. Beautiful strike. Great balance right there. All that balance right on that lead leg. Allison, thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure.
Good luck this week. Thanks for joining us. All right, we're not done with LPGA PGA Professionals. When we come back, we've got another one that's going to help you with your shot shaping, maybe getting rid of that slice, learning how to hit a draw. We're going to deal with that when we return to Westchester Country Club on the range from the KPMG Women's PGA Championship. We'll be back.